Surprise! Evening all. Happy Friday. Oh, showing my midriff bulge off. There's one for the older viewers. Smoking unsuccessfully. My Polinsky. I've been so used to my bamboo tamper that I've lost. I've got 2 more on order. That I've got out of the habit of using these check tools. There we go. And in it, I'm smoking some Boswells, which you can't see because of glare. So I have to take my word for it. Boswell's Railroad Station, which apparently, I mean, it's an English blend. And apparently it's a stronger version of Northwoods, the famous Northwoods. Yeah. With it, I'm drinking some Hobgoblin King Goblin, 6.6%. Stronger tobacco, stronger beer. I'm in need of it tonight. And tonight's musical accompaniment is the fantastic the B-52s, Wild Planet, their second album. The first album is still in my ex-wife's loft somewhere. Keep trying to get it back, because along with a load of other vinyl albums, but who knows, maybe one day, because I Rock Lobster, Planet Claire. I ain't no Limburger. Right. So how's everyone doing? Hope you're all looking forward to your weekend, that you've had a good week. And if you're watching this from Monday onwards, I hope you had a great weekend behind you and you're looking forward to the next one. Yeah, it's been a sort of a week of ups and downs for me. I've titled this some good news and some maybe not quite so good news. Unless I forget I've said that by the time I put the title on the video, and it'll be called something else. But you know, I've been boring you with my health stories and how I've been waiting for the result of my MRI scan, which was done well over a month ago now. Well, the good news is, after a lot of chasing on my part, lots of unanswered telephone calls, ringing extensions, no one picking up, finally got through to someone. They said, yeah, we got your result here, but I can't tell you what it is. You've got to speak to so-and-so. Here's their number. So you phone so-and-so, and it rings and rings and rings and rings and rings, and nobody answers. Then you get through and to an answering machine, which I did. Left all my details, my phone number. Can you please call me back? Thank you very much. You're my best posh voice. Just to show I wasn't some nobody they could mess around with. And nobody called me back. Unbelievable. But I finally broke through the National Health Service wall of silence and made contact with the other side. did it, I went straight to the top. I thought, what have I got to lose? So I managed to find the email address of the head honcho, the consultant that heads up the entire department that's been dealing with me, my problems, my specific problems. And I emailed him on Tuesday. And to give the man credit, this high and mighty, he got back to me within 24 hours, which is something his subordinates had been seemingly incapable of doing. And that was the good news. It meant I had finally established contact, and yeah, I was back on their radar. Excuse me a sec. Oh, cheers, by the way. Good health. Well, you've got to be useful for something, haven't you? I love him, really. That was the good news. That I finally got through and got in touch and registered that I was still out here and waiting. We come on to the not quite so good news. Now, you know, what we're talking to other people and with me myself believing the same, I built up this sense of optimism that, well, if there was anything wrong, if they discovered anything wrong in the scan, they'd have hauled me in straight away to get it started on the treatment pathway. And so, whereas it was frustrating not hearing anything, I thought on the other side, yeah, it's perhaps not a bad thing. Turns out my optimism was misplaced, because they did find something and they were supposed to call me in and they cocked it up. And it was only me finally emailing this head man that's got it all started again. And he passed my email on straight away to one of his staff, who got back to me within a couple of minutes, and I've been summoned in for next Tuesday afternoon. I still don't have the report of the scan, the results. All I know is that they want me in next Tuesday to discuss the results. Excuse me a second. Cliffhanger. And they want to discuss doing a biopsy with me, which for my particular issue can be quite a big operation. Well, operation in terms of, you know, it's invasive, intrusive, and it carries risks. So I've got to go in next Tuesday afternoon and discuss all this with the man himself and talk about having me self explored, which is a bit of a bummer. I wasn't expecting that. But what can you do? Everyone's got their problems, haven't they, boy? All I can do is go in next Tuesday, at least I haven't got long to wait, and see what they've got to say and take it from there. You can't do anything else, you're in their hands. So that's what we will do. Won't we? Well, you won't, because you're not allowed. Such terribly rude. He only ever shows the back of his head. But anyway, I'm starting to waffle here. So yeah, it's been that kind of week. So I'm feeling a bit weary today. Haven't slept very well the past couple of nights. Hence the nicotine. I've also had a couple of strong belts of snuff, just trying to get the old grey matter started or restarted. And trying not to fall asleep in front of the fire. I was out one day, perhaps I'll show you, but outside my house there's a big flight of steps. I can't show you this, but Ziggy has now gone and hidden in the corner because there's some fireworks going off that you won't have picked up. Why there's fireworks today, which is what, the 24th of November? Remember the 24th of November? I mean, it's a bit late for Thanksgiving. I don't, because obviously plenty of Americans living here and there are Thanksgiving celebrations go on. But I don't know why they'd be on tonight. But anyway, he's gone and hidden under the table. But yeah, where I live, there's a big flight of steps because I live right down in a dip outside the front of my house, and then over the side of that there's part of the common where I live and lots of trees. And we've had some high winds here the past couple of days, so a few dead branches have come down, so I was over there foraging. There's probably some ancient bylaw in England that says you're not allowed to do that. It probably all belongs to the Queen. But I live in an area where people will pinch anything that's not nailed down, so I went over there and was, in the words of good King Wenceslas, collecting winter fuel. Ah, well. I have to say this is very nice. I'm planning to put another one up tomorrow. Already know what I'm going to tell you about. It's nothing too exciting. Oh, I shouldn't have told you now. Spoiler alert. It'll be the usual Beerbeard crud. Anyway, I'm going to cut this one off now. I hope you're all well. There hasn't been seen to be many videos from all the old favourites going up recently. I haven't seen one from Johan, the Mindful Pipe, Greg, Waves of Java. I don't even think Matches has put one up today. Or Tom, Northwest Pipes, all of them. In England, we haven't had many up at all. Cobbett of the Shire, Tim, Wharf Valley Boy, the Peaches. Maybe it's just it's Black Friday. They're all too busy online, spending their money. It's the advantage of not having any money. You can't spend time spending it. And on that bit of wisdom, I'm going to bid you farewell. Hope to speak to you again tomorrow, everyone. This positioning isn't too good. It doesn't flatter my manly physique at all. Believe me, there's a six-pack under there somewhere. As Homer once said, everyone else has got a six-pack and I've got a keg. Right, that's it. Cheers. Good health. Ta-da.